We've done trios and duos and solos, so we're just so happy to be here tonight playing with Mark Zupia and Jesse Valenzuela. And most of our stuff is original music, and we've got little stories behind each of the songs, so I'll try to share some of those. And if you have just, you can even ask a random question if you feel like it. And I don't know if that's okay, Dan. If they have any questions, maybe they wait till the end, or you sit over there if you raise your hand. I'm not sure what those are. If you want to experience music in an alternate way, there's 2 chairs. This is called Brown Metal Box. What did you say that you said you did with a brown metal box with a busted lid? You never took the time to think things through. These vagrant souls are after you. Did you hide him in the closet in a Pier 1 bag? Bide your time like it's a twisted game. What did you say that you said you did with a brown metal box with a busted lid? You never really took the time to think things through. These vagrant souls are after you. Did you stuff her in the cushions of your favorite chair? Hold her in your heart so you could feel her there. What did you say that you said you did with a brown metal box with a busted lid? You never really took the time to think things through. These vagrant souls are after you. But are we demons or are we dust? The weight of that worry is way too much. With his maker and his pink PJs, we laid him in the water and he washed away. Thanks. This next song is called Screw Top Head, and it's about having too much caffeine and having a full anxiety attack and just trying to get through the day after, 4 cups of really strong coffee. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish I had a screw top head and switch it out when the light goes dead. Treasure close your revelry, 'cause you know it's just biochemistry. Wish I had 3 kinds of twine. I'd braid together these thoughts of mine. The joy and the hope and the cheap despair that weave my castles in the air. Oh, she's getting bolder. Someone should have told her, you gotta lighten up before you go insane. I wish I had a scratching post to dull those nails that dig the most, to render helpless sharpened tongues, to silence spineless songs they sung. Oh, she's getting bolder. Someone should have told her, you gotta lighten up before you go, lighten up before you go insane. My high heels weighed a ton. Oh, I'd squash those devils one by one. The hearts that beating, maybe none. Depends how fast and far they run. She's getting bolder. Someone should have told her, you gotta lighten up before you go, lighten up before you go, lighten up before you go insane. I wish I had a screw top head. I'd switch it out when the light goes dead. Treasure close your revelry, 'cause you know it's just biochemistry. You know it's just biochemistry. Yeah, you know it's just biochemistry. Thank you. We got a couple John Prine tunes. Who's a John Prine fan? Yes. First one is called Linda Goes to Mars, and it's a great song. Bill Murray. There's a YouTube video of Bill Murray saying, "I was in a real funk for a couple months, and the only thing that got me out of it was reading a lyric book of John Prine and landing on Linda Goes to Mars." And he said there's something just shifted in my brain, and just it made me just quietly chuckle, and it got him out of his funk. And I think John Prine has just a magical quality of mixing sadness and humor like nobody else in terms of how he writes his songs. So we just love him. So this is Linda Goes to Mars. I found out yesterday that Linda goes to Mars. Every time I sit and look at pictures of used cars, she'll turn on the radio when she'll sit down in her chair, and she'll look at me from across the room as if I wasn't there. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars. Well, I wish she wouldn't leave me all alone. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars. Well, I wonder if she'll bring me something home. Something somewhere somehow took Linda by the hand and secretly decoded her sacred wedding band. But when the moon shines down on our happy, humble home, her
inner space gets tortured by some outer space unknown. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars. I wish you wouldn't leave me all alone. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars, and I wonder if she'll bring me something home. I ain't seen no saucers except the ones upon the shelf. And if I ever did, well, I'd keep it to myself. 'Cause if there's life out there somewhere beyond this life on Earth, Linda must have gone out there and got her money's worth. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars. I wish she wouldn't leave me all alone. Oh, my stars, my Linda goes to Mars. I wonder if she'll bring me something home. Well, I wonder if she'll bring me something home. Oh, I wonder if she'll bring me something home.
Hey,
Isn't that
Dan.
funny?
Oh, he's looking
Go
at
ahead.
something. I wanted to ask Dan a question. Dan.
Dan.
Oh,
Where? Oh,
he's focusing on
focus. Focus.
the AV stuff. Are you counting how many times we're saying Tempe?
Tempe.
Are you counting how many times we're saying Tempe in this set? Oh, come on.
Every 6th time, does everybody do a shot? Is this like the Tempe game? We're so happy to be in Tempe, everybody. There's nothing like Tempe.
There's really nothing like being at the Tempe History Museum in
With
Tempe.
Dan, the king
Yes.
of Tempe.
I think that was 6, actually. I know, you're very busy. I'll keep count for you.
I had an old woman named after my mother. My old man is another child's grown old, and dreams of thunder and lightning was desire. This old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, he's just a free-rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried it, the tears just rolled by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, and I can hear 'em buzzing. And I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning and come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
That's John Prine. That's John Prine writing from an older woman's perspective. That's what a great writer is. I mean, come on. Wow. Unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
I heard he played in Tempe once.
That's right, Dan.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? Wasn't he in Tempe? I think Dan's got the shots of tequila. I think we're over the six word mark, right?
At least 8.
Yeah.
We gotta keep a tally.
This is called High Heeled Shoes. It's about a pair of shoes I saw at Macy's, and I ended up getting them. I mean, they're just ridiculous. They were ridiculous. I wore them once. But they haunted me, so I had to go back and get them. It's like they were talking to me. And they sang to me.
I had to get away from it all, so I walked into the Tempe shopping mall. I sauntered in about 3:15 when a high-heel shoe started talking to me. I pricked up my ears and I rubbed my eyes, and lo and behold, to my surprise, he said, slide into me and I'll set you free. You won't know who or what you used to be. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-boo, ba-da-da, ba-da-dum. He said, come on, Toots, you gotta make a decision, take a spin in me and find your religion. I said, no, Daddy, I can't think of what's going on, but life could change just because of a shoe. Who am I when I'm in you? Not the me I used to be, the girl I once knew. I know it's madness, but this much is true. I got a high-heeled habit in my high-heel shoes. Da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-boo, ba-da-da, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da. I must confess, my stilettoed sprite took me to intoxicating heights. Ba-da-dum, ba-boo, ba-la-la-la-la, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, confess I like feeling this tall, but when I walk you make me swing it like a wrecking ball. He said, that's okay, baby, you know, 'cause time is ticking. You still got the goods, but you are no spring chicken. So who am I when I'm in you? I'm not the me I used to be, the girl I once knew. I know it's madness, but this much is true. I got a high heel habit in my heel shoes. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-boo-la-la-la-la, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. I said, who am I when I'm in you? Not the me I used to be, the girl I once knew. I know it's madness, but this much is true. I got a high heel habit in my high heel shoes. A high heel habit in my high heel shoes. A high heel habit in my high heel shoes. Oh my gosh, Mark, seriously. Yeah. Oh, all right. Let's see. I think I'll do this one. This is called Son of a Bishop. This is based on a newspaper article that I read and turned it into kind of an Americana-themed Western about a young boy that was, he was in Paraguay. He was the son of a bishop. Sits alone in his head, bastard child from the muddy bed. But he can't conceive of a life well led. Son of a bishop, better off dead. Sisters knew when they saw his eyes, blue as the cloudless skies above the church's rise. His mother knew, his daddy denied. Keep him guessing, bless those cradles full of lies, 'cause there he sits alone in his head, bastard child from the muddy bed. But he can't conceive of a life well led. Son of a bishop is better off dead. No one will believe you. No one will believe you. No one will believe you. His father smiled and waved at the Easter parade, slipping candy grins and tells him, get out of my way, get out of my way. But there he sits alone in his head, bastard child from the muddy bed. But he can't conceive of a life well led. Son of a bishop, son of a bishop, son of a bishop is better off. Thanks. That's hilarious.
This one is a song recently written about the emotional weight of objects and why we keep them and why we keep all of them when they're not ours, or we think they remind us of something or somebody and they carry all this emotional weight. And it's just such a huge, heavy burden, you know. It's a lot of baggage, right? All that is baggage, and all y'all know when we talk about consolidating homes or helping your folks out, or it's a lot. So, so the song "The Beast Nostalgia" was born. So it's about kind of letting go of things, or trying to, you know, see things for what they are and aren't.
Fill that hole with thrift store clothes. Oh, nostalgia, you're the one she loved the most. The beast nostalgia, always wanted, needed more. Oh, nostalgia, you got the beady eyes of a carnivore. The beast nostalgia, oh, nostalgia. Coming for you, nostalgia. Let go or be dragged. Blisters bruised on cracked guitars. Oh, nostalgia. Fireflies and mason jars. The beast nostalgia. Dancer, you don't have to think. Oh, nostalgia. How could you forget that stink? Oh, the beast nostalgia. Oh, nostalgia. Coming for you. Nostalgia, let go or be dragged. Take us to the place we ache to go. Take us to the place we ache to go. Take us to the place we ache to go. Ba-da-bum-ba-da-da-bum-ba-da. La 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 la. Nostalgia, nostalgia, oh, nostalgia, let go or be dragged.
God, that part, I was like, I feel like I'm in Switzerland right now. I didn't know what was. I'm gonna change guitars. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Got a little fashion change. What's that called?
That's what it's called, I think.
I don't think it's called that.
No. You're changing from your Phoenix guitar to your Tempe guitar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The Tempe guitar. Here it is. How's everybody doing out here? You getting ready for Mark Zubia and Jesse Valenzuela and enjoying a little Americana music? Oh, that's
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. It's an honor to play for you. Just gonna tune because we care.
I really like this next song.
What is it? What are we doing?
It's called Sodium Pentothal.
So this song is about, what if you had access to a truth serum, and you threw it on your people, like whoever, needed it. Ooh, that's a little loud. Love Dan. Dan, Tempe Dan. Do I need to turn this down so it doesn't start doing this? It's doing it again. Oh, you know what? Maybe if sometimes, here's interesting. If this mic is facing that amp, it feeds back into this loop and makes this crazy sound. So let's see if I go at an angle. That seems to be better. Oh, it's going to happen again.
It's just a really hot pickup.
Yeah. Maybe I'll turn this
Oh,
down.
did that sound better? I did nothing. But it sounded better.
What did you do, Megan? Did you do something magical? Some violin fairy magic? Well, we'll give it a try, okay? Good. It's not going to blow up.
I don't think so.
You're all aglow in your salesman smile, and you're wearing it like a shield. I can't believe it's so hard to conceive. You're taking us so far afield.
So, sorry. I'm kind of worried that this is going to, are you hearing that?
A little bit.
Yeah. I am going to,
But is it the vocal mic? It sounds
I'm not
like-
sure. Well, let's give it a whirl. We'll be fine, right? We're all going to be A-okay.
Yeah. We've survived a lot the past
We
couple
have.
of years.
Yes, we have.
We can do this.
You're all aglow in your salesman smile, and you're wearing it like a shield. I can't believe it's so hard to conceive. You're taking us so far afield. So take that last sip of your doctored up shake. I slipped you a Mickey, 'cause a lot is at stake. Close those blue eyes so I can see. Let's get to the part about me. So let's hear what you mean when you mean what you say. For the sodium pentothal all wears away. We're back in a land of fabric and fluff. Frankly, my dear, I've had quite enough. Said I saw you with a stranger, babe, and it cracked my heart in two. But instead of pointing my fingers, I took a stab back at you. So let's hear what you mean when you mean what you say. For the sodium pentothal all wears away. We're back in the land of fabric and fluff. Frankly, my dear, I've had quite enough. So let's make a toast and drink down this potion that gets to the bottom of things, and start at the start where we broke down the art of knowing the truth really stings. So let's hear what you mean when you mean what you say. For the sodium pentothal all wears away. We're back in a land of fabric and fluff. Frankly, my dear, I've had quite enough. Oh, let's hear what you mean when you mean what you say. The sodium pennyfold wears away, and we're back in the land of fabric and fluff. Frankly, my dear, I've had quite enough.
Thank you very much. We're so happy to be here. And seriously, we do want to deeply thank Dan, because Dan has been curating great music in Tempe for 16 2/3 years. Is this
Wow.
16 2/3 years?
Incredible.
And we're just always so excited to play for him. And even when he busts out like a secret surprise smoke machine for the Christmas show, and I thought something was on fire. I was like, what's happening? You know, I had to like threw my Santa hat off and started to get into hyper reactive mode. Like, we need to, put out a fire. But anyway, he's been very wonderful to work with, and yeah, we're honored to be part of the program. So
It's truly been a home.
yeah,
Home for a lot of us.
it really has. Local musicians, thanks, Dan. The next song is called Lake Louise. I've always wanted to go to Lake Louise in Canada, and this is just about a gal that was struggling and then felt a lot better. So this is Lake Louise.
Dip my toe in the water, hey, 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 hey. I lick my finger and I check the breeze, hey, 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 hey. Looking for the drowned daughter, hey, 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 hey. Where are you, dear lake? Like the weeds. She hides down in the deep water. Yeah, 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 yeah. She wants no witness to a mystery. Yeah, 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 yeah. Takes comfort in things that harm her. Yeah, 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 yeah. Are you coming clean, little lady? Like the waves. She pleads to the sky in her bloodshot eyes, and she feels her feet start to fly. She's rising now. She's rising now. She's rising. She's rising. She comes out of that deep water. Hey, 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 hey. Her arms reach out with a graceful ease. Hey, 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 hey. She throws her stones against the water. Hey, 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 hey. Are you coming clean, dear lady? Like a breeze. She pleads to the sky and a bloodshot eye. And she feels her feet start to fly. She's rising now. She's rising now. She's rising. She's rising up. Are you coming clean, dear, like we? Are you falling free, dear, like we? Are you coming clean, dear, like we? Are you finally free, dear, like Louise?
Dirty. All right. Thank you very much. This next one is this is a cover by. And does anybody have? Yeah. You heard this? It's the Secret Sisters. They are sisters, duetting sisters that are from Nashville, and they're very, very good. They have like a little bit of an Andrews Sisters vibe, but there's just two of them. And they do these really great harmonies that we were so inspired by. We first heard this song and went, you think? We'll give it a whirl. So we gave it a whirl.
We got about halfway there.
Yeah, no,
but we're still gonna play it for you
yeah,
now.
there's certain notes I know that I'm singing that are different. Let's just say that, but they're not too different.
But listen, no one knows who they are, so yeah. We didn't say that.
But a friend of ours, we played with John Rauhaus, who's a pedal steel player, and I'm sure you know John Rauhaus, or maybe if you follow, Americana music. And he's a Tempe guy, and he plays with Nico Case and a variety of other important, wonderful musicians. But he said, first of all, I had a chord that I didn't know the name of, and it wasn't a standard A. It had my pinky finger on a different fret, and I go, John, I apologize. I'm not really trained on the fretboard, and I don't know. And it's an A-ish. It's an A-ish. And he looks at me and goes, listen, everybody's got their issues. Yeah. I was like, you're a genius. I was like, okay, that's my guy. That's the guy, right? And then he also says, you're never a half a step from, you're only a half a step from being right. So,
that's true. So, I think I gave him that one.
Oh, you did?
You stole that from me.
Yeah, they're like family. They are family. Yeah. Okay. This is Tennessee River. I have to take a deep breath. Hold on.
If I were born to be a river, if a river is all I'd be, I'd tell the giver of all of the rivers to make me the Tennessee. How many drops of rain roll off of how many window panes down to a valley low where a river like me begins to grow. I sing a mournful song as I rush and ramble along. Oh-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh. I bury secrets deep, I keep them down where the catfish creep, where the rolling tide can't reach the things that I hide. I hum a mournful tune in the Alabama June. Whoa-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh, and I sing, oh, dee 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 dee, oh, do 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 do, oh, 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 oh. Even the Tennessee River runs low. When the sky is bright and clear, not a cloud above you, you can float in knowing, dear, that I was made to love you. When the storm is raging and all the light is fading, the river sings along with me, reaching for that minor key. Color me blue and gray, your river carry me fast away. Flood all the rocks and rills, humble the mighty hill. I am the Tennessee, see you down at the stormy sea. Oh-de-oh-de-oh-de-oh, and I sing, oh, dee 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 dee, oh, do 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 do, oh, 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 oh. Even the Tennessee River runs low. The Tennessee River runs low. Even the Tennessee River runs low.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Miss Ohio. Right on. Yeah, let's see what's my. Oh my goodness. We might be done after two more, right? Two more? Two more. Okay, hold on, let's see. How about what do you think, Dorothy? Student Stars? Yes. And what else? Miss Ohio? Yeah, okay. Okay, we got a cover and an original. So this is Gillian Welsh. Anybody love Gillian Welsh?
Yay.
She's so amazing. Yes. So this is called Miss Ohio. Do you? Yay! Oh, good.
Classic.
Good.
Look at Miss Ohio, she's running around with the rag top down. Says I wanna do right, not right now. I'm gonna drive to Atlanta, live out this fantasy, running around with the rag top down. Says I wanna do right, not right now. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. Look at Miss Ohio, she's running around with the rag top down. Says I wanna do right, but not right now. Got her arms around his shoulder, regimental soldier. Mama keeps pushing that wedding gown. Says I wanna do right, but not right now. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. Look at Miss Ohio, she's running around with the rag top down. Says I wanna do right, but not right now. get to shout it. Gonna straighten it out somehow. Said I wanna do right, but not right now. Said I wanna do right, but not right now. Oh, me on my own. Look at Miss Ohio. She's running around with the rag top down. Says I wanna do right, but not right now. Said I wanna do right, but not right now. Says I wanna do right, but not right now.
It's Gillian Wells for you. We have one more song. I'm going to use a guitar that is a little friendlier. I just feel like it's just going to blow up any minute. This is an acoustic guitar. This is a semi-hollow body. And I just want to acknowledge and say thank you to my husband, Charlie, who's in the audience tonight in the back.
I would also like to acknowledge and thank Charlie.
And I thank Charlie because he puts up with, speaking of, Beast nostalgia, me buying orphaned guitars with BB holes in them. And, he's like, what have you got going now? Like, what is in that case? What are you going to open up and show me? So just like, props to the partners and spouses that put up with our collections. So, yeah, just want to say thanks, honey. Love you for doing that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is an original, and it's a new one for us. And it, was kind of written in COVID times, in dark times. And then, when it gets so dark sometimes, you start to see like a little glint of things opening up and getting a little better. And so this title of the song is called Dark Enough to See the Stars. And I thought, is that too long of a title? I Googled it and I thought, does anybody, who else has a song like, that's named Dark Enough to See the Stars? It's just a dumb mouthful. And the first thing that popped up on the, search engine was the International Dark Sky Association. And I thought, wow, who are these guys? And apparently they are headquartered in Tucson, Arizona. They are amazing. So Arizona is has the most designated dark sky locations in the world, and all the great things that we need dark skies for, obviously the environment and for mental health, and there's so many good things about it. It's IDA.org. So we did a show and we included a presentation of the IDA folks, and had some swag, and it was a lot of fun. So it was a good opportunity to learn something new and to let folks know about how important dark skies are. So this is called Dark Enough to See the Stars.
This is your illuminated space. Let go of trying to make it all right, trying to find your way through the night. You're in it now. You're in it now. Where it's dark enough. Where it's dark enough to see the stars. No sign, no sound, no beaming rays, dear. The gloves are off in this darkened haze. You're in it now. You're in it now. Where it's dark enough. Where whenever it's dark enough to see the stars. To the untrained eyes of holy ghosts who dare each other, who can see the most when it's dark enough, when it's dark enough to see. Thank you very, very much. We're the Sun Punchers. This is Megan Neff on violin. Is she amazing? I'm Betsy Gans, and it's an honor to play for you. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great summer. Thank you so much. This is really kind.
Thank you, Tempe.
Thank you, Tempe. Thank you, Dan Miller.
Thank you. They're talking about this Tempe thing. There was a band called Dry River Yacht Club. Remember them? First time they played here, I said I'd give them $1.50 for every time they said Tempe. And somehow Megan Neff remembers that from 12 years ago. And she wants me to pay up again tonight, I know. I sent him a check for like $47.50 off of my Dan Miller account. So I'll send you some kind of check.
She never saw any of that.
Yeah, it went right to Henry Bernard. There's a table over here with merch from Sun Punchers, and we'll see if those other guys playing later tonight put some stuff out there. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to turn on the lights. You can take a pit stop. You can do whatever you want. And we'll change out this deal for the next duo and a trio.
Thanks. We
right.
haven't even done anything.
Welcome back. You guys made it back from your pit stop? Cool. The second set. I think you'll know these guys. On the far right, Mark Zubia. The guy in the middle, Gary Smith. Gary Smith has been sending me funky photos every Tuesday. And Jesse Valenzuela, a guy that used to live here, went to LA, and now he's back. I believe Jesse's going out with the Gin Blossoms. Are you going to go nuts in the month of June and July?
I'm going to go tired.
May 29th, they're headed east, Florida, Texas. The Federal Theater, they're going to be here, June 9th. Is that correct? June 9th.
Yeah.
So come pay for the Gin Blossoms. They're going to play at the Greek Theater in LA. How cool is that? You're going to be at the Red Rocks?
Yeah.
Red Rocks, Greek Theater, Tempe History Museum. They don't get bigger than that. But they are going to Troutdale, Oregon.
That's true.
Where the heck? Never mind. Chicago, Kansas, New York, you know, the same old stuff. So Jess is going to be busy, so he's going to kind of moderate it tonight, kind of pace himself. I'd like to turn it over to Mark Zubia, Jess Valenzuela, and Gary Smith. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Dan. This wall around me, brick by brick, it's made with love, tears and blood. It's all I had to give. Swam the seven oceans by myself, slipping beneath the surface good. Now I drown in hell. I couldn't hold you like I did before. I couldn't let you behind these walls I adore. But I'm praying for a change. That's a loser's game. That's a loser's game. Sunless Caribbean ocean, brick by brick, made with love, tears and blood. It's all I had to give. When my arms get weary, linen hide until it's time to search for you on the other side. I couldn't hold you like I did before. I couldn't let you behind these walls I adore. But I'm praying for a change. That's a loser's game. That's a loser's game. I couldn't hold you like I did before. I couldn't let you behind the walls I adore. But I'm praying for change. That's a loser's game. That's a loser's game. That's a loser's game. Hey! Thank you. Dan, I'll have a little more brightness on the vocal for here, please. Thank you.
One.
Triple one.
All right, let's try this. Let's see what happens. This is a song from my first solo record, which is now about 25 years ago. I think so. It's like 99. What is that? 23 years ago. Oh yeah, let me take a look at you. Great escape didn't come off like you wanted to. Things go wrong, no matter how you thought of them. Oh baby, you're broken-hearted child. You're broken-hearted child, bound to lose everything you find. When trouble sees you coming, love ain't never blind for the broken-hearted child. The truth can hurt, not much more than the same old lies. It doesn't really matter which of you said goodbye. You may be little, but darling, you won't die. Oh baby, you're broken-hearted child. You're broken-hearted child, bound to lose everything you find. When trouble sees you coming, love ain't ever blind for broken-hearted child. 'Cause you don't have to go on home, you don't have to be alone, though I know you're blue. Oh baby, I'm broken-hearted too. Marco. You're broken-hearted child, bound to lose everything you find. When trouble sees you coming, love ain't never blind for broken-hearted child. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter why, broken-hearted child. Broken-hearted child. Thank you.
Jesse.
If you could turn this down, my vocal down just a little bit.
So this is a song called Hotel Defeated, and Jesse and my brother Lawrence and I wrote it together, and it's on a record called Voices on the Street, Zubia Brothers record. Jesse produced it and co-wrote some songs with us. And Hotel Defeated. Better believe it, I've been sleeping at the Hotel Defeated. I've been living, but I'm barely breathing. It's the end of another dark evening. I think I'll wait, but I know I could be forsaken. Siempre desesperado, vivía por siempre en mi corazón, en mi corazón. Better believe it, I'm aware that you're already taking all the things that we both have forsaken. Mexican night is waiting. I think I'm safe, but I know I could be mistaken. Vivía por siempre desesperado. Por siempre en mi corazón, en mi corazón. I will call it anyway. I'm alone enough to see that you are where you wanna be. You are where you wanna be. Vivía por siempre desesperado. En mi corazón. Thank you.
That's a nice one. That's the feel-good hit of the summer. All right, let's do this one. Bulletproof. Do it for Nick over here. You can always see Nick singing this one.
I get too old, come and do as I please, for I do what I'm told. Can you handle that? Can you? Before I get this phone, we'll see who it is and see if I'm home. Well, can you handle that? Can you help me slip into my blue jacket? I always feel so good, my bulletproof jacket. I'll keep the truth underneath, can't handle the words with all the spit in the teeth. You need your edges smooth, real smooth. Patience stretches so thin, I wish I was gone, crawling out of my skin. I put another skin on so I could stand so close to you. Help me slip into my bulletproof jacket. Always feel so good, my bulletproof jacket. And what's off to the touch, who never hurts me too much, my bulletproof jacket. Help me slip into my bulletproof jacket. I always feel so good, my bulletproof jacket. And works off to the touch, who never hurts me too much, my bulletproof jacket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, baby. Ooh, darling.
Thank you so much.
Nice, Jess.
Who's our sister city?
Who's our sister city?
When I was a kid in Tempe, they put up these signs. They said all our sister cities. Is that the display? I remember the first one was like Malmo, Sweden. First I saw it, it must have been 1973. Do you remember that, Mark? You
I
too,
do.
yes. Yeah, there's the crazy Swedes. Is it Malmo? I'm glad to be corrected.
All right, before we put ourselves to sleep, let's play this boogie woogie, the boogie shoogie. You weren't breaking my heart, you were breaking it in. But I thought it was the end and it was when we began. I don't know what I wish I knew then. You were breaking my heart, breaking it in. Had a love that I thought was true. Me lonesome, sad and blue. I don't know what I wish I'd been. You were breaking my heart, breaking it in. You were breaking my heart, you were breaking it in. But I thought it was the end and it was where you were breaking. I don't know what I wish I'd been. You were breaking my heart, breaking it in. Had a love, thought was sure to last. Now we know all things must pass. I don't know what I wish I knew then. You were breaking my heart, breaking it in. You were breaking my heart, you were breaking it in. But I thought it was the end, was when you were breaking. I don't know what I wish I knew then. You were breaking my heart, breaking it in. All right, just. Come on. Positive take on heartbreak.
Could I get a little more of this guitar? positive take.
Positive take on heartbreak.
I love that. Always. Let's do this song by the Gin Blossoms.
On one? Gotcha.
I didn't ask, you shouldn't have told me first time out, but now I'm sinking fast. Whatever they sold me, well, baby, I don't wanna take advice from folks. I'll just figure everything is good until I hear it from you. It gets hard, the memories fade out. Who gets what they say? It's likely that they're jealous and jaded. Well, maybe I don't wanna take advice from folks. I'll just figure everything is good until I hear it from you. Until I hear it from you. I can't let it get me off or break up my chain of thought. As far as I know, nothing's wrong till I hear it from you.
It's your Don Henley moment. Mark Zuby on guitar.
Thank you.
I'm still thinking about not living without it. Outside looking in till we're talking about not walking around it. Baby, 'cause I don't wanna take advice from fools. I just figure everything is good until I hear it from you. Until I hear it from you. Until I hear it from you. Till I hear from you.
Take advice
Oh, baby.
figure everything is
Till I hear from you.
Oh, take advice figure everything Yeah. I got.
That was good fun. Thank you, Gary.
Gary's never played this song before. And Jesse and I have only played it a handful of times. You don't like me?
Which one? Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah. What key about? What key? Oh, let's do it. You won't even notice.
Words like hammers are blowing in the breeze. Hit and miss, never taking me to my knees. It's so plain to see. You don't like me, you don't like me, 'cause every day just wanna fight me, just wanna fight me. That we were done. You don't like me, you don't like me now. Those aren't teardrops falling from my eyes. Those are rain clouds falling from the sky. It's okay with me. You don't like me, you don't like me, 'cause every day just wanna fight me, just wanna fight me. You're the one who said that we were done. You don't like me, you don't like me now. Words like hammers were blowing in the breeze. Hit and miss, never taking me to my knees. It's okay with me, but you don't like me, you don't like me, 'cause every day just wanna fight me, just wanna fight me. You're the one who said that we were done. You don't like me, you don't like me now. You don't like me, you don't like me now. You don't like me, you don't like me now. Thank you.
How much time we have?
Two more each. I mean, one more each.
Uno mas.
So I got to say, that is a song my brother and I started, Lawrence and I started a long time ago, and I just finished it about a month ago. So it's good to know that Lawrence's music is still getting out there one way or another.
It's true.
He's still writing songs.
So two more. Nothing but hits. Okay, Gary says let's just do a hit then.
Okay.
I was going to drag you through my process and sing a painful song. I was going to sing about my feelings, but you'd rather hear a hit, and I don't blame you. All right, here we go. Which one? Somebody say that? That was kind of a smarty pants question. Let's do this one.
just crash it tonight. See, I'm in no shape for driving. I got no place to go, and you know I might not be that bad. You were the best I ever had. Hadn't blown the whole thing years ago. I might be here with you tomorrow. I could drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. You know something might be found to take its place. Hey, just see. Hey, just see. You can trust me not to think, not to sleep around. And you don't expect too much from me. You might not be let down. 'Cause all I really wanna be with you, but feeling like I'm at it too. I'd have blown the whole thing years ago. I might be here with you tomorrow. I could drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. You know something might be found to take its place. Hey, just see. Travel around this town, let the cops chase us around. You know something might be found to take its place. Hey, you just see. You can trust me not to think and not to sleep around. And you don't expect too much from me. You might not be let down. 'Cause all I really wanna be with you, I'm feeling like I'm out of tune. Hadn't blown the whole thing years ago. I might be here with you tomorrow. I can drive around this town and let the cops chase us around. You know something might be found to take its place. Hey, you just see. Hey, just see. Hey, just see. Hey, just see. There you go.
So I had to listen to that last night. We were talking how Jess and I were talking how there are no harmonies in that song. I always thought there were.
Oh, yeah.
And so last night I had to listen to it because I believed you, but I didn't, yeah,
Really? Yeah.
it's deceiving.
Yeah, there's no harmony.
Anyway, that's it. Sarah and F. Sing a song about Tempe. And the people in it. 1, 2,
change your mind. In the roadside bar, everything is gone. She's the first order beat. Jukebox singing, you're my brown-eyed girl, brown-eyed girl. Cecina says, love in California. But the way she contradicts, you know, it's just not for you. Highway out of Tempe, Arizona. She might find a way to change your mind. Cecina said, love in California. But the way she contradicts, you know, it's just not for you. Highway out of Tempe, Arizona. She might find a way to change your mind. West Covina's about as far as she would go when she said she's going home. Whiskey bottle, my last cigarette, cigarette. Cecina said, love in California. But the way she contradicts, you know, just not for you. Highway out of Tempe, Arizona. She might find a way to change your mind. She might find a way to change your mind. She might find a way to change your mind. Hey, thanks you guys. Thanks for having us. We're going to do a Q&A now. If you want a Q&A, hang out. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. This is what makes this show a little different is you get to ask questions of these three guys and Betsy and Megan if they're still here. The only rule is you can't ask me any questions. Yeah, what are rules for? So who's got a good question for these guys? Oh, come on. Do you know who's up on that stage? All right, you got a question for me?
I'm curious about the guitar, the drums. I've never seen drums like that, so maybe you can explain to us what that is?
It's a Mexican drum called a cajon, and I have, there you go. It's called a cajon, and it's a Mexican box drum, and I actually don't have much skill at playing it. I play it more like a rock and roll kind of thing, but people that have play more traditional Mexican music can get way more tones out of it. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do with it. So I've only developed some basic skills to it, but it can be actually pretty powerful for moving a band. So it's a pretty cool. A lot of people in town have been using it over the last 5 or 10 years. And again, it's a traditional Mexican instrument, so it's not anything new. It's been around for over 100 years.
Was you were one of the first guys in town to start using it?
Yeah, well, maybe something like that.
I remember Edsel Zadek.
He sort of agreed with that. Here's a question from the mid-row.
You guys both play great guitar. What guitar players did you guys like coming up?
I like Mark.
And I learned from Jesse, so.
There was a lot of great guitar players in Tempe when we were kids. Not kids too, when we were adults. But there was a guy I used to play in town. Remember Johnny Fingers?
Yep.
He was a great guitar player. Everybody used to see him play around town. I think he's in Reno now. Now he's Johnny Reno.
He lost his fingers.
But you know, and Mark's father was a good guitar player, and he used to play around, and we used to see him play.
Did he do
church
mariachi?
functions.
Yes.
Mostly?
Yep. I started playing with him when I was about 10.
I want to remind you, Betsy and Megan are over here if you have a question for the Sun Punchers. Like, I want to know, where did that name come from? So I'm going to ask a question. I get to do that the last show of the season. Where did the Sun Punchers name come
Oh, August 2012, it was 115, and I was angry. So angry.
She's still angry, I bet. You can tell it, that Hooker Shoes song. She's mad at the world, mad at retail. Once again, I want to introduce June and Bob Roffler. They're the longest, the best attendees of this group. Hold your hand up. Right. Can you tell I'm stretching here? How about a Gin Blossoms question? Yay. Try this.
Hey, I was asking my friend here, how long have you guys known each other? Because it seems like you two have a history. Like have you guys known each other since you were teenagers?
I met Jesse probably when I was about 20. So, and actually, and Gary and I have been playing together for 30 years as well. So, and Gary was actually when Gin Blossoms reformed. Gary was the drummer for the first year and then Gary and I have been in a band together, playing together since '93. So there's a lot of history between the three of us here. Yeah. Now we've shared bandmates, and yeah, girlfriend. I was going to say that.
I'm older than Mark. I went to school with his older brother, so I didn't. He was the younger brother. We lived in the same neighborhood, but he's like 6 years younger than me.
5.
5?
Yeah.
There was a time when that age difference was a benefit to me, and he would actually listen to what I would say to him.
That reminds me.
I don't know what happened in the 40s. When he hit 40, it was
This is impromptu, and he's probably going to hate this, but his birthday is Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jess. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jess. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
That was
You're
a
welcome.
that was a good version.
It's true.
So many times, happy birthday sucks. You guys rocked it.
So time for one more.
We won't ask how old he is. Couple more back here.
She's an insider.
Yeah, she's
I've never talked in a microphone before. Check, check. Jesse, how do you stay so humble?
Well, I'm really not at all. You can ask Betsy. I've got all kinds of problems, and
How do you stay so humble?
well, I don't think I am, but it's thank you for saying that.
He's quiet.
He is.
But I know you personally, and you are very humble.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I don't know if you. It would just be. I think people are the way they are. Would seem more comfortable this way.
man, is that Dave Vitagliano and his wife? Look at this row back here. We have Betsy Gans, Megan Neff, Dave Vitagliano, and I forgot your name.
That's in my end.
Jennifer Vitagliano. So they played here before. I see no more questions. Let me turn down the lights, and you guys would do an encore for us?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Do you guys have any merch, or you want to talk about shows upcoming? He's got a ton.
I'm all the time, all the way. I'm all the time, everywhere. Can't tell you my schedule off the top of my head, but I'm around.
Where are you tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Saturday, I'm at the Sheraton, downtown, 4 to 7. Sunday, Old Town Tavern, 2 to 6. Monday, the casino with Jesse. Tuesday, I could go on and on.
It's Monday this week?
Yeah. Just text me. I'll tell you where I'm at.
Let me tune this thing. It's
You want to do one of your hits? Or you want to do summertime?
summertime.
Summertime was made for me. Summertime was made for you and me.
Thanks for coming out, you guys. Thanks for having us. We love you all. Thanks for supporting us.